because all hell will break loose, as there is a mad scramble. Now, it's always good to get points in the bank early, but as we saw in the men's points race on the track, you can just sit in the pack and then attack, and if you really do attack like Kouada Ken did, the Argentinian, you just rack up 2 points after 2 points after 2 points, and eventually you build yourself an unassailable lead. He didn't appear in the first half of his race where he won gold. He dominated the second half completely. So if somebody did just decide to take this on and go, they could bank a few early points. Unlikely that will happen, although we'll have to wait and see. These skaters do have a habit of surprising us. Giulia LOLLOBRIGIDA on the grid right at the front for Italy as well, still awaiting her first medal of these games. And Alejandra TRASLAVINYA Lopez of Chile is next to her. And they are being told exactly what's going on. Number 12 from Chile just sort of moving back out of the grid there. This is her first and only race, Catherinne PENYAN. Let's see if the Chileans have been saving her up as a specialist in this event. We'll find out soon enough. And we're underway then with the last race of speed skating for women at these 2017 World Games. It's the 10,000 meter point race. Not about times, not about crossing the line first. It's about just accumulating points, and the first opportunity coming very, very quickly. There's the bell. Now watch the mad dash here. Rocio BERBEL ALT right at the head of affairs. She does love to front run. So everybody having a look. Well, the Spaniards, I think that's Posada ploughing her own furrow there. She's trying to put herself in a good position. A couple of the Belgians up there, prominent. Here you can see the tempo picking right up as they come out of this chicane. And who's going to be grabbing the early points? BERBEL ALT is certainly one of them. So she'll take second. One of the French skaters there picking up the 2 points. So early points in the bank there for Clemance HALBOUT. Rocio BERBEL ALT, fresh from her exertions in the 500 meters sprint where she picked up a gold medal. She's banked a point as well. So the gauntlet thrown down, and now a couple of Colombians have added themselves into the mix at the front, and Sandrine TAS, the Belgian, leads them round. Stien VANHOUTTE, one of the other Belgians, also participating. Just a handful of non-starters. Heini Pajaro, the Colombian, who's really a time trial specialist. Julia Bonecki, Chen, the silver medalist in the 500 meters earlier, and Erin Jackson, the American, who doesn't thrive in these races either. And everybody else deciding, you know what, it's my last chance to have some fun here at the World Games. Let's see what happens. And it's TAS and Arias, the two multi-medalists, who collect the next points. 9 medals between those two. Posada, the Spaniard, has got herself close to the front. TAS is still up there. Mareike THUM has now popped up. She's a very clever tactical skater, as we've seen many times over the course of the speed skating here at the World Games. No surprise to see her up there. But it's the skaters with the fresh legs that you think will do well here. That's a Colombia-Germany 1-2. So now they will just drop back as Viveros picks up the double, and THUM opens her account. The points all getting shared around among some of the key players. Who is going to emerge from the pack and at some point make some kind of a move? That's what we wait to see as we just go through 2,000 meters. So we're a fifth of the way there. And the early indications are, well, this one's going to be competitive, or will Arias decide just to make it a procession as she did in the points race on the track? Well, that's another cheap point for Arias. And the Chilean PENYAN in her first and only race at the World Games, also making an appearance now. So we have 7 skaters in all on the board. Missing off the graphic there is THUM. There's only room for the top 6, but it's all being shared around at the moment. But the skaters who've yet to open their account, the likes of the Belgians, Anke Vos, Stien VANHOUTTE, Alejandra, TRASLAVINYA, Lopez, Sheila POSADA. They'll be looking to make a move at some point in the very near future. Now here we go. This is a Chinese Taipei skater, and a real battle for second there. Now, did the Spaniard hold off the Colombian? And we'll wait for official judification on that, because there may be a photo finish for the 1 point that was up for grabs. Yang definitely taking the 2 points, the bronze medalist in this discipline on the track. So she's opened her account, and Maite ANCIN, the Spaniard, did just pick up that 1 point. So the Polish skaters trailing and suffering already. So still 3 points is the leading total. And here's Sandrine TAS looking to see if she can perhaps add to that. She's got Yang for company. Arias emerging somewhere in there. Lollobrigida's up there, the Italian, and Mareike THUM has made another reappearance at the head of affairs, so she's looking to sniff out a point or two, taking Hoffmann, her compatriot, with her. So the 2 Germans looking to try and bag the 3 points that are up for grabs here. TAS tucked in behind the 2 Colombians, Viveros and Arias. Oh, this really is usual suspects, isn't it, at the moment? Halbout is up there looking to add to her tally. The early 2-pointer there for the Frenchwoman. Now a little breakaway group is starting to form, and here we go again. THUM's looking to try and get in amongst the 2 Colombians. Well, she's got ahead of one of them, but Viveros will take the 2. THUM will pick up the 2nd point. And Arias was run out of that one. So Halbout goes to the head of affairs, but the 2 Colombians not allowing themselves to be dragged into the pack. And seeing the Spaniard staying up there, Halbout has made a break for it. She's taken one of the Colombians with her. Now, she's got Arias, I think, for company. And now, one of the Chinese Taipei skaters has said, well, that's as close as you're going to go. Well, not a big push up the line there. Halbout seemed to slow down a little bit. That might just have given Arias a chance to take the 2 points that were up for grabs. And there you have it. There's Arias nicking the 2 points from Halbout, who nevertheless has collected a 3rd point to keep herself in good shape. Now Sandrine TAS, the Belgian, says, my turn. We've got Yang for company, and then the 2 Colombians, who really are working as a unit together. Arias and Viveros. And the Chinese Taipei skater Li, I think, up there as well. And THUM sticking around. So TAS collects An easy couple of points. Goes to the head of the board. Looking for another medal. Can she claim a second gold? Can she claim a sixth medal? It was Yang, the bronze medalist on the track, that's quietly collected another point. Out goes one of the poles. That was Sonia Gach, finding it all a bit too hot. So her World Games race is run. And here we go again. This looks like a France-Colombia 1-2 punch. Indeed it is, and it's the Colombians again. Well, just come and pinch the points. Arias is just so good at that. There she is again. Just picking the pocket. There, I think of Halbout. But nevertheless, Halbout continues to pick up useful points. But Arias now looking around from the top of the tree. Juliette POUYDEBAT leading them around. And then getting swallowed up as another attack comes. It's a Chinese Taipei attack. THUM has popped up as well. She fancies picking up another one here. Can she get one? Weaves her way through into second place behind the Chinese Taipei skater. So THUM keeping up her collection, staying in touch with a well-timed burst as the points were up for grabs. But it was Yang that collected the double. So Arias, TAS and Yang, the 1, 2, 3 in this event on the track. And now 1, 2, 3 on the road. It's not actually 20,000 meters on the track, it's 10,000, but it's the same principle. It's a points race. And it looks like the points specialists are rising to the top of the pile here. Viveros tucked in just behind them. Halbout and THUM. THUM will certainly pick up some more points. TAS has decided, let's have a go here. Viveros fancies the 2. Who's got it? That was really close. It was Viveros and TAS, the 1, 2. In what order? Now, they may have to have a look at that. Indeed, a photo finish has been officially called. So we will wait for official confirmation of that one. And Viveros has been given it by a tiny margin. So TAS, who really wanted the 2 points there, beaten at the stretch by a wheel length, no more than that. Nevertheless, it's another point for TAS, keeping the Colombians company. Yang tucked in behind them. Those 4 opening up a little bit of daylight. Expect to see Mareike THUM make some kind of a move. Berbel ALT fancies getting involved, and it looks like another Colombian point behind her for Fabriana ARIAS, so she will move in front once again. Not wasting any energy at all, is she? That's Yang up in that group. THUM has got company. Hoffmann, her fellow German, is in that group as well. And then a bit of a gap to the 2 Belgians. They'll want to close that down, especially TAS, who's right back down, just sort of peeling away from the peloton now. TAS, I think, realised that she needs to take a little bit closer order than she's managing at the moment. So, Fabriana ARIAS on course at the moment for a 3rd gold of these World Games. Viveros has joined her. Colombia looking to shut out the rest of the world here, with the next points up for grabs. That was easy. And now Josie Hoffmann takes over. Took a nasty tumble on this track yesterday and has patched herself up and got back down to business. So ARIAS now with a bit of daylight between herself and the rest of the field. TAS and Viveros and Yang separated by just 1 point in what is already emerging as 4 skaters battling for 3 medals. Interesting burst there from Hoffman, because she now drops back, and her partner, Mareike THUM, steps to the front. As Germany and Belgium look to try and take the points here, and the Colombians are going to let them have it. So THUM back in business. TAS picks up the second point, and the Colombians did not waste any effort. This race may well come down to who picks up the bonus points at the end of the race. The 3 for the winner, 2 for second, and 1 for third. TAS tucked in behind Arias, just ahead of Viveros, who's just ahead of Yang, who's just ahead of THUM. Now that was tactical then from the Germans. But Hoffman decided to give her teammate, her compatriot, a helping hand, and THUM collecting 2 points. Make sure that she stays in touch. It will be a surprise if anybody emerges outside of those front 5 now. This is where the bulk of the points are going to go. And here it looks like another Colombia 1-2. Arias taking the 2, Viveros picking up the second. TAS just trying to pick her way through there, the Belgian in the light blue, but here we go again. It's picking up. It really is as we get close to the finish line now. Arias looks like she's going to be okay. TAS has decided it's time to try and pick up those bonus points if she possibly can. She's going to need them to make sure of a podium finish here. So TAS leading the way, the 2 Colombians behind her. This is where the medals are going to go, but in what order? Here we go. Sandrine TAS leading Arias, Viveros in third. That's our 1-2-3 here, but top of the pile once again, Fabriana ARIAS. Another medal for Arias, another medal for TAS. That's 6. And Viveros picks up her second medal on the road as well. Yang and THUM just ran out of time. That was a gutsy effort from THUM in particular, after all her exertions in the 500-meter sprint earlier in the day. But Arias just kept on collecting points, working so effectively with her compatriot. And it's another clever race from Sandrine TAS. And I wonder if there's a little bit of disappointment that it's yet another silver medal. But no such problems for Fabriana ARIAS. She is such a delight to watch, such a pleasure to be around. Gold in the 10,000 point elimination on the track, gold in the 15,000 elimination event. She's picked up a third gold here, despite Sandrine TAS making sure of silver with the sprint finish and crossing the line first. Viveros happy to collect bronze and in third place in that push for the line as well. That's the 1-2-3. And that's the 1-2-3 on the podium as well. Silver for TAS. Gold for Arias. Bronze for Viveros. That's officially now confirmed. So South America taking 3 of the 4 women's medals